Hey guys, we're gonna do a clutch to pressure switch on this Honda. Here's the part number you'll need for it. This is the gray connector. Oops, sorry, gray connector. This is located just down underneath here. So we're gonna take this filter box off and we're gonna change that little sensor. Some of the symptoms for that is a flashing driver's light, drive light, or the D in the transmission, and the check engine lights on with the code P0843. So if you get that code and you're having those symptoms, this is how you can repair it. You could totally do this yourself. Buy that part number, or buy that part. And then we'll just walk you through changing that sensor here. And then I'll clear the codes and then we'll give it a test drive and see how she behaves. There's one other symptom. I might talk about that as well a little bit later. But yeah, let's get into this. So little clip here, find a flathead screwdriver, push on one side, push on the other side, pops out really easy. This is a number 10 socket or a Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to go with a 10. It'll come off a lot easier. Move it back in two. 5 clips. Pops off. Air filter out. Ooh, needs one of those. And then 10 millimeters again. We got one here and we got one down here. And then we should be able to get that box out of the way. Yep, okay. Just checking you can see. Okay. That one. And then this one's just a rubber. Sometimes, if you're having a fight with this, if you spray a little bit, if you've got WD-40, use WD-40. I like to use Freol, so I'll spray a little bit of Freol on that, and then it should pop off nice and easy. I know I talk about it, but here it is. I talk about it because I love this stuff. It's great. Just spray a little bit there. It'll start to get into the rubber a little bit. Boom. It's done. That's out. And then I'm going to get in there a little deeper because the sensor's just kind of underneath here. Okay, I've got this deep in now. So I've popped this off. It just literally got a screwdriver in there and it just kind of popped it out. And then it's just kind of hard to see, but you can see in there there is that one little plastic thing. You got to push it this way and then push down on the connector, and then the connector will come out of there. And then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to separate these little pins and then try and spread this apart. If I had a replacement one, I'd just replace it, but I'll show you what we do after I've got this all taken care of here. Either that, or I might just strip the wire here, and then I've got some crimps, and we'll crimp a new wire to this wire. Okay, I got this back together, so I just thought I'd show you the aftermath. So there's my heat shrink crimp. I've got it crimped on the wire in there, and this one's, you can see what this one is there, so it was small enough to get in there. So now all I got to do is extend the wire down there a little bit because it's been eaten quite short, and then we'll put it into this one. As you can see, the wire's been eaten a whole bunch, so we're going to cut this wire off right here, and then just extend this wire a little bit so we can plug it back in under here. Alright, there you go, there's that. Size 22. Again, there's the code. the part number. And don't worry about transmission fluid, nothing really comes out of that because of the height of where that sensor is. So, there we go. One more time, show you. There you go. Just about sticks out the end, so we'll see. We might have to put it in by our fingers first. I'm gonna do that first, actually. Put it in by, it's kind of a little touch and feel down there. There's a few other things hiding it. There you go. It's always good to start something with your fingers first before you tighten it down. That's in. And then, so I was going to show you the wire here. So I've got that there now. And then we're just going to fix this wire. Alright, there you go, guys. There's the repair. We'll just tape this up now with some black tape, give it a little bit more protection before we plug this back in. We've replaced the sensor, which is under there. Really difficult to see, but it's right underneath here. And then we'll plug that back in, clean up some of the mice poop in there, put it all back together. Alright, let's put it back together. What? Oh, there goes one of my clips. Oh no! I'll have to go chasing that one here in a second. But let's put the box back in. We got this little rubber boot that goes back on down underneath here. Okay, now put the box back in, which pushes into that. And then back onto the rubber. Okay, both of those screws back on. Bolts, I mean. Okay, I'll let you see those. There's that one. There's that one. Now we'll put the air filter back in. I'm going to swap this out later, so we'll just put it back in together for right now, so we can get this all test driven, make sure everything's all good before we go through with other services. It's in here, and yes, don't worry, I won't forget about that clip. That. It's 5 clips in total. Pull up on those until they clip, and then we got a 10mm here, got a wire back in there, clip, connectors back in. I don't have this torquing very tight, so you can kind of do it by feel. You just don't want to overdo it and strip these little holes out. Okay. Okay, those are your codes for that cylinder, pressure switch. Okay, I'll clear these now, we've done the repair, but if you come across this, I would go down there and check to make sure you haven't had your wires chewed like we did, like we've just showed you here in this video. But if you're catching this, yeah, just check wires haven't been chewed before you go ahead and replace the sensor. Okay, there you go, cleared the code, start the engine up. So far so good. We'll take this for a run here in a second, just to verify. We got a TPS light on, but just go through the... There we got my drive, no flashing drive light right now, so we'll go take this for a ride. Customers also complain